This one looks longer. So is this one new?
No, I think it's the same one. Especially if it's like got glue on it and it's kind of stick. No, I can't tell now.
You gotta put some work in, man. If you really believe it, right?
We'll see you in class. Red box, yeah. You go to this. Yeah.
Put some work in, man. If you really believe it, right?
Hey, shout out my brother Gerard, man. Listen, man. We'll see you in class. Red box, yeah.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Barak. You know what I'm saying? What's on Christ? Let's get it going. If y'all got any questions online, type them in the chat. We'll get straight to it.
The serving Lord people, they need position. They look like politicians. Cause all it took was bread and a few fishing. Serve the Lord attentions. Dimension. I just hope you looking down. We need attention. Part of my dispositions. Follow my intuition. Cause they like vision. I'm niggas not Christian. Great spots, yeah. Great spots, yeah. My faith in it, for dead. Y'all go to war with cowards, most these niggas scared. Captain Quam said they'll force a crown on these niggas' head. You ain't gotta put a flight that you go spare. This kingdom full of witchcraft, smoke, and beers. The oppressor, the devil, UT, red. We can build our cities up again without white even tears. That's the kingdom of heaven. They don't want to see unite because they see it's a weapon.
Hey, Shalom, most high Christ, young man. All right. Any questions? Go ahead, type them in the chat. We're about to get it going. The apostle for real. Shout out to them brothers, man. Get in here. All right, let's clap it up. Shalom, Israel. You know what I'm saying? We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. I'm Precinct Officer 5000, Kassar Pakad. This is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class for ISUBK Northern California. You understand? ISUBK Sacramento, ISUBK San Jose, and anywhere in between there, man. So let's go. Any questions in the room or online? No questions. No questions. Go ahead,
The white man's the devil.
Oh, sorry, Christ. I take statements. You know what I mean? Yeah, that always is a good way to start it off, man. You know what I mean? The goddamn oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
It's just a undisputed fact. Anybody wants to battle that, anybody wants to go over that, we can do it. Now, with that being said, that goes right into my topic. I guess that's every week's topic in some way, shape, or form. The title of the class is YN, the Young Man in the Mirror. All right. We hear a lot about YNs today. Apparently, to the world, YNs are the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? A young cat with a ski mask is the worst thing the world has ever seen. They've done all manner of evil. The cat that's 16 years old. I mean, what year we in? 2026? So they 16. What year was they born? What, 2010? A nigga from 2010 has destroyed the planet. You know what I mean? It don't make sense, man. They are not what's wrong with the world, all right? They are victims of what's wrong with this world, all right? So I'm going to play a video real quick. I'm going to share this video. We got a late start, so I'm going to be moving fast through stuff tonight. Boom, boom, boom. Share this. Y'all can see that on the screen. It's about 3 minutes.
Self-theory, proposed by sociologist Charles Horton.
Oh yeah, can you change the auxiliary cord to put it on a different mode to say like aux, I believe. And before I let this video play, the background on this is there's a theory, all right, in sociology. Once again, I'm gonna keep going today because that's just my thing. That's what I love to talk about. So I'm passionate about it. And if I can tie it to the truth and teach and, you know, let people get an understanding of these things that we may not hear about too often. The theory basically says a human being doesn't act the way they think they are in their own mind, like how they think they are. And they don't act how you think they are. So you can look at this person and think, okay, this is this type of person. This is this type of brother. This is this type of sister. You act how I think you think about me. It's called the looking glass self-theory. And so we're going to play this. I'm going to tie that into the YNs. We're going to bring out some Bible verses about it. All right. I wanted to, let me just go ahead and play this real quick.
Understanding Socialization and Self-Identity Formation. The Looking Glass Self-Theory, proposed by sociologist Charles Horton Cooley, provides a valuable framework for understanding the process of socialization and the formation of self-identity. Cooley's theory suggests that individuals develop their sense of self through their interactions with others and the perceptions they believe others have of them. This video explores the looking glass self-theory in the context of socialization, shedding light on its key components and its implications for individuals' self-concept and social development. The components of the looking glass self. According to the looking glass self-theory, individuals develop their self-concept based on three primary components: imagining how we appear to others. Individuals imagine how they are perceived by others in various social situations. They try to understand how their behavior, appearance, and actions might be interpreted by others, forming a mental image of how they are seen.
Right there. So you make your own self-image and concept and what they call it self-esteem based on how you think. You might want to slide over, you know what I mean? So yeah. I feel weird when I can't see you. You know what I mean? But you see how other people are looking at you, and then you start to think, okay, this is who I am in the world. All right. Then I'm gonna play a little bit more. I'm gonna bring it all together.
Interpreting others' reactions. Individuals interpret the reactions and responses of others towards them. This includes verbal and nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. They take these reactions into consideration as they develop a perception of how others see and judge them.
Right. So how people look at you, how they move when you come in the room, their facial reaction. If it's like, hey, what's up? They're like, okay, it must be cool today. This shirt that I'm wearing, every time I wear it, people give me compliments. I'm a pretty fly guy. You come in, every time you wear this shirt, people start whispering. You're like, damn. Your self-esteem is going to be created based on how you think what's going on in their mind. All right.
Incorporating others' judgments. Based on their interpretations of others' reactions, individuals internalize and incorporate these judgments into their self-concept. They create an idea of how others evaluate their qualities, abilities, and worth. This self-perception is influenced by the perceived expectations, norms, and values of the surrounding social environment.
Wow.
Socialization and the looking glass self. The looking glass self-theory highlights the role of socialization in shaping individuals' self-identity. From early childhood, individuals begin to engage in social interactions, seeking validation and feedback from others. Through these interactions, they develop an understanding of how they are perceived and valued by others, shaping their self-concept and self-esteem. Family, peers, educational institutions, and society at large serve as significant agents of socialization.
So, okay, I'm gonna keep letting it go.
Feedback and perceptions received from these socializing agents shape individuals' beliefs about themselves, their abilities, and their place in society. For example, if a child receives positive feedback and encouragement for their academic achievements, they may develop a positive self-image as a good student. Implications for self-identity formation. The looking glass self-theory has several implications for self-identity formation. The social construction of
So, breaking it down, you know, these Edomites is wordy and they say a lot of stuff. It's the reason why they talk like that. They said they'll talk in a language that we don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to understand these things, so they hide it in all these words for no reason. You know what I mean? What is he saying? He's saying if you have a teacher and they tell you you're a good student and you're smart, how do you think that kid is going to be? How do you think they're going to behave? Go ahead, sis. You work in the school system, so if you're teaching this child and you say every time you come in here the class is improved, you say amazing things and you're an excellent student, you are super smart. What do you think that's going to do for that child's self-concept? Right, get a sister ahead. You understand? Now, on the flip side, if every time the kid comes in here, you say you're disrupting the class, you're a bad student, you need to go on detention, you need to go to the principal's office, we need to get you out of here, you can't sit still, you don't do this, you don't do that, what is that child going to think about themselves now, Matam Ya? Exactly. He's going to think I'm a horrible student. I shouldn't be here. He's going to have a low self-esteem when it comes to going to school. So I'm going to play a little bit more.
Identity. The theory suggests that one's self-identity is not solely based on internal traits or characteristics, but is socially constructed through interactions and perception. Individuals develop their self-concept by considering the social feedback they receive and internalizing others' judgment. Role of social comparison. Social comparison plays a significant role in the looking glass self-process. Individuals compare themselves to others and evaluate their own worth based on these comparisons. They may strive to meet perceived social expectations or conform to societal norms to gain acceptance and validation.
So if everyone in your group is saying you should become this is who you are, this is what we do, you are going to want to rise to that occasion. East Indians do it all the time. If you're not an engineer or a doctor, you're not welcome in the East Indian community or in the tech industry. And guess what? What do their kids become? Doctors, engineers, and people in the tech industry, because that's the perception they put on an East Indian child. For us, what are they doing to our children? They say, okay, football, basketball, rapper, drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Pimp. These are the options. You can be a rapping, drug dealing pimp, you know what I'm saying? Or you can go dribble a basketball. What are we getting? Kids that are trying to go dribble a basketball, but everyone can't become someone in the NBA. So what is the other option? Gang member, drug dealer, pimp. You see what I'm saying? A YN. This is where YNs are being created at. All right, keep going.
Formation of self-esteem. The looking glass self-theory suggests that individuals' self-esteem is influenced by how they perceive others' evaluations of them. Positive feedback and acceptance from others contribute to higher self-esteem, while negative judgments may lead to lower self-esteem. Continual process. The process of the looking glass self is ongoing throughout life. As individuals engage in new social contexts and encounter different people, their self-concept evolves. Feedback and perceptions from various socializing agents continue to shape and influence self-identity. Conclusion. The looking glass self-theory provides valuable insights into the process of socialization and the formation of self-identity. It highlights the social nature of self-concept, emphasizing that individuals develop their sense of self through their interactions with others and the perceptions they believe others have of them. By understanding understanding the dynamics of the looking glass self, we gain a deeper appreciation for the profound impact of social interactions and societal expectations on individuals' self-identity and social development.
Blah, 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 blah. What is he saying? The way the world looks at you is how you're going to behave. It's how you're going to carry yourself. Now, what does this do when an 8-year-old Black or Latino boy goes into the corner store and the liquor store like we do every day here in America, and the Asian person is following them around the store? When they go into the mall, they go into this convenience store, whatever, and someone is always following them. Hey, you need some help? You looking for anything? Okay, they think I'm gonna steal. They do that when you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By the time you 12, what are you gonna do now? Because they look at you like a thief. What's the natural conclusion of them based on what we just heard? Matham Yah. That too. But if everyone is treating you like you're going to steal something, what do you think that's going to cause you to do? What did you do when people treated you like a thief? You on to it too. Azar, what do you got?
Probably think that you're probably going to be a criminal.
Yep. So what's it going to lead you to do?
Sit.
Exactly. Get a brother a hand. If you're going to treat me like I'm going to steal every time I come in the store, then why shouldn't I just go ahead and steal? That's my role in society. That's what you want me to do. I'm going to act like how I think you think I am. That's a hard thing to understand. So I'm going to keep saying it to make it register. I'm not going to act how I think. In my mind, I don't steal. In your mind, you may not even think that I steal. But if you treat me or I think that you think I'm going to steal, then I'm going to start stealing. You see what I'm saying? Because everyone has a spot in the society. So once again, you put on one side, the engineer is looking at this kid. You look like an engineer. You're East Indian. You're going to go to school and they're going to treat you like an engineer. They're going to put you in the, what they call it, the STEM classes. And they're going to do things to you that put it in your mind that I'm going to be an engineer. And then you become an engineer. But we grow up in a society where when you look on the music videos, you see people with guns and shooting each other. You see people selling drugs and pimping each other. And then when you go outside, you see men like you doing the same thing. Then when you get pulled over by the police and they pull a gun on you when you're 12, they're treating you like you sell drugs. So at some point in time, after getting pulled over or get a gun drawn on you, or you get searched 20 times later, why am I going through the struggles of being a drug dealer without being an effing drug dealer? I might as well start selling drugs. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happens to our people. So let's go ahead. Let me get 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. This is how they created YNs. YN, the young man in the mirror. Instead of the young nigga in the mirror, the young man in the mirror. This is the new version of the word thug. They put that on everyone in the 90s. That's why Tupac tried to come and rebrand the word thug and make it mean something else, because politicians, mayors were using the word thug to say what word? Somebody blow my mind. What word were they really saying? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get a brother in. You know what I mean? They were saying these niggas. You understand? It's a bunch of thugs over there. Look how they act. They're just a bunch of thugs. No, they're a bunch of niggers. You understand? They couldn't say nigger anymore, so they said thug. We got all the way to 2026. They basically abbreviated nigger. You know what I'm saying? White people saying YN and all that. You know what I mean? White people shouldn't be able to say YN. Young nigga. What do you mean? How is he a young nigga who's a problem, who's a killer, who's a drug dealer, who's this and who's that, man? Because he has on a ski mask, because he sags his pants. Come on. And then the ones that are doing it, it would have just been fashion. But the police ain't treating you like it's fashion. They treating you like you are killing cats. You understand? So they create this culture where now the world looks at you, your mama looks at you like a YN, your uncle looks at you like a YN, your teachers treating you like a YN, the police treating you like a YN. Everybody's treating you like you are an evil kid, and you become that reality. You know what I'm saying? So this is how they do it. They put it all around and create a culture. And then when you actually become what you are told you are, they say, see, look, told you. This is a bunch of YNs. It's the problem. All right, let's go ahead and read. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7.
Come, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
Salakia, man. You know me, I'm always gonna go. Let's go up a couple verses. Go to verse 4. This is
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake and came to Bethlehem.
right. So the Lord told him to go and look for a king, to make a king over the children of Israel at this time, right? And he came to this town, Bethlehem, and when he got there, read.
And the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
They did what?
Trembled at his coming.
One more time.
Trembled at his coming.
This is a prophet of God, Samuel. When he came into town, the people trembled. What does that mean? They were scared of Samuel. Y'all know the movie Friday. I know it ain't that old. When Devo was coming around, they start fixing their chain, tugging it in. You hear the people start getting scared because he said, who's coming? Devo. Who? Devo. Samuel, nigga, is in the town. The elders came to the gates of the town trembling because a prophet was in the town. Now you tell that to your Christian pastor who comes all soft and effeminate, who they teach you in the Catholic Church with the Pope and how soft they are and homosexual they are. The prophets of the Lord was coming through like gangsters, you understand? Because they was coming in and shaking down the town sometimes. Sometimes they had to come in. They said, we hear people over here eating pork. You got to check these cats. Some of these people over here, I heard some nigga over here is sleeping with somebody's wife. What's the prophet coming to do? We're coming to put this nigga to death. You understand? They trembled when Samuel entered the town. Keep reading.
Come as though peace abide.
One more time.
Come as though peaceable.
Right. Cometh thou peaceable? Are you coming here peaceably? You coming here in peace? Shalom? You know what I'm saying? You coming here with shalom? You coming here with peace? Read.
Verse 5. And he said, peaceably.
Yeah, he said, Khan, I'm coming here peaceably. Shalom. You know what I mean? I'm not on that right now. Sometimes when I pull up, I'm here to knock a nigga down. Sometimes when I pull up, I'm just coming here to check and see what's going on. The Lord sent me on a mission. All right, go ahead.
Come. I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord.
Right.
Sanctify yourself.
Sanctify yourselves. Read.
And come with me to the sacrifice.
Right. All right.
And he sanctified Jesus and his son.
Jesse.
And called them to sacrifice.
Right.
Verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on
Eliab,
and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him.
Right. So he's looking through, he knew it would be from Jesse. This is the man, he said, one of his sons is going to be the king. All right. And so he came and he looked and he said, okay, is it Eliab? This son right here is going to be the one. All right. Keep going.
Verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
Don't look on his countenance. Don't keep going.
or on the height of his stature.
Right. Or the height of his stature. Don't look for a tall man or how he's dressed. You understand? So lock here. Let's see. Real quick. Let's see real quick. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Everything to up? I'm teaching class right now. No sweat. All right. Lord Christ. Yeah, don't look on his countenance, his height, the clothes he has on. Keep reading.
Because I have refused him for the Lord's seed, not as man's seed.
Right. I refused him. I don't want this brother. He's looking at him. Samuel, see, he's tall, he's young, he's probably strong. He's like, nah, I don't want him. I don't look as how a man looks. Why am I bringing that up? The world looks at this young brother and they see his appearance, they see his dress, they see his countenance, and they say he's a YN, he's a threat, he's a thug, he's a nigga, he's a spick, he's a gang member. You understand? He's a norteño, he's a soreño. This brother is problems, and they treat him like that. The Lord said we don't judge a man based on his outward appearance. Keep going.
Oh my God. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
Right. He looks on the heart. He looks on the mind. You know what I mean? That young brother, if the world looked at him and treated him like an engineer, like a lawyer, like a doctor from birth, we see a lot more of that in our communities. You understand? But they don't want to create that environment because they're going to war with us. All right? Let's go to the next one. Go to Proverbs 23:7. It's a very simple game they're playing with us. And it's not hard to defeat them at this game. You know what I mean? But if you don't know the rules and you're not even aware that it's happening, or you're playing for the other team, like literally, when you, I always say this, they have jerseys specifically when you play any sport to know who's on your goddamn team. You understand? When you were in a certain game in basketball, the certain teams are wearing the lighter colors, the white jersey, and the other ones wearing the darker colors. They were at a game, and the people on the sideline in basketball, they're wearing white T-shirts. That's illegal in the rules in basketball. You can't be on the sideline wearing a white T-shirt. Why? Because sometimes I'm getting the ball, I'm wearing white. Out of the corner of my eye, the other team is sitting there on the sideline. I pass the ball to him because he looks like me, like we're on the same team. So the ref will give him a you know what I mean, a fine or whatever for telling him to do that, because it's a strategic way to fool the away team or whatever. You know what I mean? So with us, life is like chess. We're playing a chessboard. You cannot win the game of chess as a black piece using the white pieces. You can't win the game of chess as a white piece using the black pieces. You have to stay on your side and use your team. We're here in America being brainwashed in a game that's white versus black, white versus brown. We are trying to use them to win, and all we're doing is helping the other side. We understand that there's a game being played that we need to use our pieces, work with our pieces. You may have a pawn and he may be on dope, but that's all you got. So if your pawn is a dope addict and you want to win this game, what do you got to do, Matam Yah? You got a piece on your team. You can't use the other piece. They got all the nice pieces over there. They got 401k. They got investments. Their pawns are good. Our pawn is on dope. Our pawn has been abused. Our pawn over here. What do you got to do to use this piece to your advantage, even though he's on dope? If you want to help that pawn help you.
Does that mean like
You got to get him off Dobok. You know what I'm saying? You got to fix him. That's your piece. That's your brother. The only, what you say?
I think it's mine first.
Yes, give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that brother off of dope. You got to get this sister right from being abused in life. You got to fix your pieces on your side in order to win the game. That's what we're doing in the UPK. This brother, his whole life has been told you a YN. Our job is to come and tell him, nah, you a priest and prophet of God. You understand? You are a soldier in the Lord's army. These people told you you were a thief. I'm telling you that you're a righteous man. These people are telling you you're a pimp. I'm telling you that you are a husband and you can have a wife or multiple wives if that's what the Lord gives you. You understand? You don't have to be a whore, sister. You should be a wife of a righteous man. You got to show them and fix them so that you can win this game that they're playing against us. You understand? All right, let's go ahead. Proverbs 23:7.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Right. As a man thinketh in his heart. What is your heart? Your heart is your mind. As you think about yourself is how you are going to carry yourself. This is why we have titles: young man, trooper, officer of 50, officer of 500, officer of 5,000, captain so-and-so, general so-and-so. These fake Israelites get mad at us when we stand up and salute Commander General Yohana or the generals when they come in the room. In our mind, that is a general. There's no difference with the Edomites. When that general or whoever it is in the Esau's military, you know, when they come in the room, everybody stands up and salutes, right? They do the same thing. What makes him special? Because they believe it. That's it. We're sitting on a planet, we're sitting on a rock. Who created these rules? Who makes the president the president? Because you believe he's the president. Because people say he has power. They built the whole goddamn White House because their people believe this role exists. So we can't do the same thing. If you're a slave, you can't. If you're a slave, you can't say this is an officer of 500. If you're a slave, oh, that's just that nigga from up the street. Oh, that's just one of them YNs. That's just a thug. That's just a Norteño. That's all he is. His nigga's a crip. Nah, I see a priest. I see an officer of 500. I see a righteous man. And when you go in and change what you are telling us who we are, you can see us become those things. You see what I'm saying? Because in here, we're going to treat you like that. And now you get to change how you view yourself. So read it again from the top.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For
as he thinketh, read.
In his heart, so is he.
Right.
Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee.
Right. Like someone come and tell you, like, eat and drink with me. Let's go and do this. Let's go and doing that. We got this money. We got this move. He's not with you because he don't look at himself like that no more. Why he not going to go on that mission with you? Because he says, you know what? I'm not a Norteño. I'm an Israelite. I have a new identity. I have a new looking glass self. I see myself differently in the mirror now. I can't do this anymore because I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. I'm from the tribe of Naphtali. I'm from the tribe of Asher and Yashakar and Yehoiada. This is my identity now. The men that I read about in this Bible, those are my relatives. We didn't get down like that back then. So the same way that East Indian says in my mind, my grandfather was an engineer, my great-grandfather was an engineer, my great-great-grandfather was an engineer, why would I be anything else? My great-great-grandfather was a priest, my great-great-grandfather was a prophet, now I'm going to be a prophet. What else would I do? You understand? And we know what we just read about Samuel, that it's not, it's worse than a YN or a gangster. You know what I mean? You still could have the same demeanor, same character, same spirit, which they try to destroy. They just try to veer your spirit. They know you coming out and ready for that action. They said, we got to move him and make him be negative against his own people. We don't want that same kid that'll destroy the whole neighborhood because of the pain he felt of losing his comrade, his brother. Imagine if that kid had in his mind the pain and suffering of his entire nation of people for 400 years. What would that YN do to the enemies of his people? It's a problem. You understand? They don't want that problem, so they got to do everything to destroy him. All right. Let's see. Anything else on that one? Nah. Let's see. Let's drop that one. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 4:1. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 1. Yep. But man, I had chapter 4 and verse 1. I had some other things I wanted to go into that Cheyenne Bryant. I know the general touched on it a little bit. I didn't see that part. Chud, we hear about him, the builder, whatever the hell. He didn't Cheddar Bob, and so they just tell him to Cheddar Bob the builder. He just shot himself. You know what I mean? Man, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, man, for the truth and the generals. General Muhammad called it out. I'm like, I gotta find that clip. I couldn't find it. The brother found it. But a couple weeks ago, he said, this is sexual for him. You know what I mean? And it almost, like I said, it sounds extreme, but you've been in the truth long enough, you're like, damn, it must be. General said it. It gotta be. And sure enough, came out, he getting paid by some black woman or transgender, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's really about. So that's why they say you got to study your enemies, you know what I mean? They study us all of the time. White people study us. They was like, ooh, maybe we can get them to explain their whole life story. Let's create rap music. These niggas explain the struggle. I remember I was in New Orleans, man. One of my partners, we met a white boy on the streets. I don't know where he was from. He might have been from Louisiana somewhere. And we was talking about rap music, man. He was talking about, man, I listen to Wu-Tang and listen to this and that, Nas. You know what I mean? I'm like telling him I listen to this and that. He was like, man, I don't like all that flashy and, you know, bragging about money music. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the hip hop heads, they really be on that, especially the white boys. He's like, man, I love hearing about the struggle and how it is and da-da-da-da. I'm goofy as hell. I'm like, damn, okay, that's heavy. You want to hear? I got away and with my partner, he from EPA, my nigga Zoo. He's like, you heard what the fuck that white boy said? He said he like hearing about the struggle. He's like, he loved hearing about black people suffering. You know what I'm saying? You didn't catch that? I'm like, damn, you're right. That went over my head. He's like, niggas living good and having money and, you know, bettering themselves. He don't want to hear that. He want to hear about you with your uncle on crack and how your sister got molested. He want to hear about your uncle OD'ing in front of you and the shootout you was in and the time you did in prison. He want to hear about your pain and suffering because that makes him feel good about himself. And you know how it's true is because what was the predecessor to that white people love so much? Blues music. They love hearing the blues. Give me some more of those. And that's biblical. Matter of fact, give me that precept. You in Hole, where you at? Give me Ecclesiastes 4:1. Hold that verse, but go to Psalms chapter 39 and verse 1. Did you know where I was going? I should have. Yeah, I should have asked you for that precept. Give you your time to shine. I'm gonna start doing that out, man. General Muhammad, when we came up here, be like, precept, somebody give it to me. Test what you know. Psalms 139. No, 137. Yeah. Psalms 137 in verse 1.
You said Psalms 137?
Yeah. It's a heavy precept.
Are you sure it's Psalm 137?
Psalms 137. Let's see.
Psalms 137?
137. Not 137. Psalms 137. Chapter 137 and verse 1. Yeah, that book of Psalms is David was getting it in. Man, to me, everybody reads the Bible differently, but I always say when I read the book of Psalms, I hear Tupac's voice in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because these are songs of a warrior. You know what I mean? David, these are songs, but it ain't no weak song. Or maybe it would be, now I'm listening to Chalino and stuff more. I'm starting to hear the corridos, and these songs is really gangster. ICR showed me one where it like translates what they're saying, and it shows you how gangster it is on TikTok. I'm like, damn, he's saying all that. But that's what Psalms is, man. These are songs written by a gangster, a soldier, you know what I mean? A killer. David had bodies. So I can go ahead.
Come on, this is the book of Psalms, 137.
Mm-hmm.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. We wept when we remember Zion.
Right. By the rivers of Babylon, we sat when we remembered Zion and cried. They had tears because of the things of remembering how their life used to be before they was in slavery. If anybody's ever been to jail, or you can imagine going to prison when someone's sitting in there and they got this long time, you know what I mean? At some point in time, you're going to have to sit there and be like, damn, I remember my life when I could go over here and do this or go visit that. Or now I know so-and-so has died. I can't go to their funeral when my family's getting older. You would just be in pain about the loss of how your life has changed. You understand? Now we in captivity serving these filthy Babylonians. You understand? You hearing about women getting assaulted. You hearing about this person got his hand chopped off because he didn't want to carry this cart. You understand? You seen all the lives that were lost in that war and that battle. So they crying, remembering how their life was before they were enslaved under these people. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 2. We hang our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
Right. The harps is like the instruments to play music. They put them on the trees. They don't want to play any music. You understand? Like something tragic happens, and you know how it is when you in a good mood and you in school and they making beats on the table and they rapping at lunch. You having fun. This is a good time. Now you've heard about all these people dying and all this stuff. You don't want to do that at this point. You know what I'm saying? You in mourning. Keep going.
Come. Verse 3. For there they carried us away captive, required of us a song.
Right. Even though we was carried away captive, the ones that took us, they required of us a song. They made us sing and dance. In the old school movies, you have somebody shooting at somebody's foot while they kidnapping them. We dance, nigga, and they shooting at their feet. They got a tap dance. That's what they did. They were like, that's how you know we are the children of God in this book. And you know the spirit of these oppressors has been the same. Dance, nigga, dance. That's what they do today. Kevin Hart just did a whole example of this. You understand? You made some money for us. Come and let us make fun of your condition as being a black man. Don't matter if you got more money than all of us on this stage. We're going to disrespect your women in front of you. We're going to disrespect your children. We're going to disrespect your wife. We're going to disrespect everything and call it a joke and that we're just having fun. Nah, this is not a joke. You understand? They are doing a verbal castration. You understand? A public castration of Kevin Hart in front of everybody. You understand? And they got to that last point, and I got you, sis. I don't know if y'all watched it all or seen it, but at the end, they tried to make him sit on the Rock's lap. I'm like, this nigga better not sit on this brother's lap. You know what I'm saying? He better not sit on his brother's lap. He didn't do that. And what's the reason why? Did y'all see it? You didn't see it. Okay, the only reason why he didn't do it is because of Cat Williams was there. Cat Williams came out there and checked him in the spirit out of brotherhood and told him about himself. And it was jokes, but you could tell it was real. And even inside of it, he joked about him and The Rock being lovers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody on the mic, the Edomite even said it. And he was like, if you do it, the cat's going to be right. You know what I'm saying? He said it in the back. I'm like, damn, I can't believe I'm watching it. If you sit on this line, the cat's gonna be right. And he didn't do it. You know what I mean? But if Cat Williams wouldn't have been there and that devil wouldn't have said that, man, he would have done it. You know what I mean? Because he has been destroyed. So I get, but they love laughing at our pain and our suffering. It makes them feel good. Keep reading.
Come. And they that wasted us required of us birth.
Right. This is what does that mean, Izar? What is mirth? They required of us mirth. That's an important word. Alexa, are you working? She was working with Karak the other day. I don't know. You got it? What's the definition? And then you have, I forgot you had your hand raised too, but go ahead with the definition. Right. They required of you to be happy. In slavery, they did the black face. After slavery, you see the black face with red lips and the white teeth. They required of us to be smiling and happy and whistling and singing, because if you were sitting there frowning, you mad about being a slave, boy, what you mad about? You mad? That means you plotting on me. You ready to get up and pick up a gun or a knife and come kill me, boy? You better put a goddamn smile on your face, boy. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir. Yeah, I like it like that. That's a good boy. Now, you see how he is, y'all? That's how y'all need to be. Anybody out here have a frown on their face, I'm giving them a lashing. You better be, anybody got a frown, you getting a lashing. You better be smiling, boy. And after a while, when you see a little kid, everybody on the plantation, you growing up, they smiling and laughing. You think that's how it is. You think they're really happy. You didn't know it was beaten to them to be like that. You understand? This is why we have the best comedians in our community, because in order to make it through these situations, we learn to laugh and make a joke out of everything. You know, niggas in prison, they got some of the best comedians in prison. Because how the hell else you gonna survive through 20 goddamn years if you're just mad and angry and depressed all the nigga that come in and make everybody laugh is like gold, you know what I mean? Because he lightens the mood of the oppression. But the sister has something. Can you remember your point? Or you have a question?
Oh, I just have a question. Was that like some type of Willie Lynch type of tactic move?
Yes. What you as far as what, like?
Well, I read a little bit about the Willie Lynch, how like the, I don't know if I said like the release of the masculine man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To that type of tactic.
Yes. Because one thing about, there's nothing wrong with laughing. There's nothing wrong with comedians, right? There's nothing wrong with having fun. But to a certain extent, it's childish. It's almost effeminate to never be serious, to never, like, you're in the middle of a plantation and you laughing all goddamn day. You in prison and all you're doing is laughing all day. Like, when are you gonna be serious? What are you gonna think about? Okay, what am I gonna do when I get out of here? You spent your whole bed making jokes. You didn't plan or go read a book or go learn nothing so you can advance yourself when you get out of here. At least they don't want you to do that. You see what I'm saying? And that they didn't want us to do that on the plantation. The more you keep us laughing, the more you keep us playing and joking, the better it is for them. All right? Go ahead, sis. You remember your point or question?
Yes. So, would this also, would this parallel to when the oppressor say you should be happy for what you do have? And like you shouldn't complain essentially.
Correct.
Would this be like an explanation as to why they might believe that? For sure.
What does that do to someone's self-esteem? They're telling you that you are actually doing better than you would be by yourself. You understand? If it wasn't for us, you would be in the jungles of Africa running around like a monkey. So yes, you're my slave, but you have on clothes, nigger. You have a place to sleep. You understand? Look at this great things that you have here in America. You got a cell phone and Jordans. You should be happy with that. You understand? But they don't know that your identity comes from the greatest people to ever walk the planet Earth. You would never accept that if you knew you were an Israelite. I'm reading about Solomon in the book of Josephus, and it talks about the wisdom that the ancient Egyptians had. And it says Solomon, in his sagacity, in his sagacity, and his wisdom was wiser than the Egyptians, and knew about all the different animals, and knew about all the different things of the sun, the moon, and the star. He had so much wisdom that no one has ever seen before. You know what I mean? So now if you in your mind think that we come from a group of people that were even greater than the ancient Egyptians, then why would I settle for being happy with a couple of Jordans, or, you know what I mean? What are people happy about? Being able to go to Red Lobster or something? You know what I mean? Like, this is what we should be proud of. Getting on a vacation on Spirit Airlines, they took that away from us. You know what I'm saying? All right, keep reading.
Come, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Yeah, sing us one of them old Negro spirituals. They love bringing a big old black woman back in the days and have her singing gospel music in front of white people. You know what I mean? That they used to love that, because if she's happy, she's singing, that's all she cares about, then that's who we'll put on TV. But if someone comes up in here and they want us to have rights, and then they, how somebody said this other day, we used to be on the cover of Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben. They love to use us to sell their products. But once we started to want rights, then they started to hate us. You understand? I think Commander Juliana said that the other day. All right. But sing us one of those songs of Zion. At gunpoint, they held us to make a city song, just like blues today, just like this struggle music they love to hear, and rap and drill. Talk about killing niggas, and talk about how you lost your friend. I went to a 21 Savage concert. Don't judge me. I didn't want to go. Well, you know what I mean? The majority of the kids there was goddamn Asians, Indians, and white people. He is the most violent rapper, and his music is just like a horror movie of talking about killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? They love to hear those things. Keep reading.
Come, verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Right, but how shall we sing a song about the amazing thing the Lord has done for us in a strange land? Keep reading one more, or maybe
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her coming.
Basically, if I forget my homeland, cut my other hand off. Basically, man, I don't deserve to be anything if I forget my roots and where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
Right. That my people, Rasa, you know what I'm saying? That's my chief joy. My people, my nation, my homeland. That is what brings me joy. If I don't find my joy in that, then don't let me talk. Kevin Hart doesn't find joy in his race, in his people. He finds joy in enriching himself, in doing rainbow activities. He finds joy in everything else other than his own people. If he found joy in his own people, he would not do the things that he does or say the things that he says. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Remember the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it. That means destroy it, burn it down, burn down the whole land of Jerusalem, burn everything, the temple, the people, the records. Keep going.
Come, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast done.
Right. Edom is the daughter of Babylon. You understand? America, these people come in the same line of those people that enslaved us back in ancient Babylon. And today, if you know anything about Edomites that run the country, that brother Mathamiyah got some good books on the Illuminati and all that. We're going to go to conspiracy tonight. But they talk about how they worship the same gods of ancient Babylon. These white people today are the daughters of the ancient Babylonians that enslaved us and did the same things. That's how they know what to do. They read in here, they say, what did the Babylonians do to the children of Israel? They made them niggas sing songs and be happy when they were sad and depressed. Well, let's do it again. Matter of fact, let's do it even better than them. We're going to create blues. We're going to put it all over. We're going to spend money on that. We're going to create drill and gangster music, all that, and give them money to perform these songs to us. Keep reading.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against thy stones.
Right. Now, after all of that, they saying, yeah, this is what they deserve. Their little ones deserve because of what evil they've done to us. We've seen them destroy our children in front of us. That's what would make a man be happy to see these things happen. All right. But let's go back to, what did I want? Ecclesiastes?
I think chapter 4.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 4:1. Where we at? 9:30. If y'all gotta go, no sweat, man. I know I had a late start. There's no sweat. Ecclesiastes 4:1.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I returned and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
Right. So I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun. These things, you have to come into the truth and think about the oppression that's happening to that YN, because you can get caught up in it real quick. It don't take too much to be walking down the street and see a bunch of young cats with ski masks and want to cross the other side of the street. You looking at them the same way the oppressor looks at them. You getting mad at your nephew or your little cousin that's coming in here, and you want to talk to him like he is an evil person. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, he's a victim of very evil people. He's doing everything they plan to do. There's nothing wrong with him. There's something wrong with them. And if you treat him like he's the problem, we're going to keep this cycle going. So you got to consider it one more time.
Verse 1. So I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
Right. Like the people in the hood. Why did we vote for Barack Obama? Because he said, I have hope. I got change. He came and told you a lie. You had a feeling that, oh, I'm going to be done with this suffering. The ghetto's not going to be the ghetto no more. We're not going to experience the things that we had before because we got our savior. We got our comforter. We got Barack Obama, who's going to bring change and hope to the hood. We don't have no comforter. You understand? We don't have no way out. Once he came and failed, what else do we have to believe in? Nothing. All right? Keep going.
Oh my God. And on the side of their oppressors, there was power.
There was what?
There was power.
Right. We don't have anybody on our side. We don't have no comforter. And on them, they not only have power, they're increasing in their power. You understand? We come up in the 80s, you might have found a way to hustle and get away out the hood and do this and do that. It's cameras everywhere. You literally hear OGs come out and telling the young niggas, the technology too good. I see this all the time. I don't know if y'all seen them posts on Facebook or Instagram. On my algorithm, they got older drug dealers, older robbers, older shooters trying to warn these young cats, the game is over. The technology is too good. You're not going to get away. Everything's recorded. Everything's on camera. You cannot escape it. The only reason why you're going to get away because they want you to get away. Other than that, as soon as they want to catch you, you're done. You understand? They call it the goddamn trap. It was called the dope house in the 80s. Past the 90s, they like, this is the trap. Because it's a trap. You do it, you going down. You know what I'm saying? It's only you that's going to make it out. And it's just very ironic. The ones that make it out are the ones that are willing to sell us out. It's the only ones that are making it. All right, go ahead.
But they have no comforter. Verse 2. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead.
No, that's good on that. That's good on that. But this is important for us. This is to remind us of our job. You understand? who is the comforter now, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. He's the one to come and say, nah, you do have real hope. You don't got Obama hope. There's going to be real change, not Obama change. You're going to get some change where these people that are oppressing you don't have the power that Christ has. They don't have the power that the angels have. They don't have the power that the priests and prophets have. How dare these niggas in the UPK think that they have power? We got this, we got that, we got SPLC, whatever. I can never remember that word. Well, this is the Southern Poverty Law, so I can say that. But for one reason, SPLC, I gotta read it. I'm getting old, man. For some reason, you know what I mean? These let's say I lost a connection with my camera. What did I do? Go ahead, Doc.
I have a question about the 501c3.
Right.
I heard that before. What is that?
A 501c3, all that means is Salakia for the camera issues. 501c3 is just a tax deductible scenario with IRS. So basically, we don't have to pay taxes as a 501c3 because we're a religious organization. Now, some other people turn it into some conspiracy because as a 501c3, you cannot promote a political party. So the church, they are not supposed to support Obama, but they still do it. They try to hide it and do it in some weird ways, but technically they should not be able to be tax deductible if they're promoting a political figure. In the UPK, we don't support no one in politics. All we're doing is making sure the IRS don't raid us because we're collecting donations and not reporting it. You understand? So that's why a lot of these fake Israelites that speak against that, they're going to go down. And the 501c3 is in the Bible too. We can pull those precepts later if you want after class. I believe it's in Ezra's. In the book of Ezra, it talks about how the king gave us notes to go and tell to other people not to tax us. You understand? Because the priests were building the temple again. So everything that we do in the UPK is in the Bible. You know what I mean? But yeah. Let's we got different hope that's coming, man. So let's go to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 23. Yeah, in the Apocrypha.
Chapter what?
13, verse 23.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 3.
23.
Oh, Salah.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. He that breathed in at her windows shall also harden.
No, that's not it.
You said
Ecclesiasticus 13, verse 23. Chapter 13, verse 23.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13.
When a rich man speaketh, that's what it says.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, when someone's rich and wealthy who the world respects, people are quiet. They want to listen. If Nipsey Hussle came around and told people in the hood, this is what you need to do. Jay-Z, everybody want to take a meal with Jay-Z. He come over here and tell people what you need to do. Everyone is going to listen to him because he's rich and wealthy and powerful. Go ahead.
I will come and look what he said. They exalt it to the clouds.
They put it up to the clouds. I seen Nipsey Hussle. They painted him like he was Jesus when he died. Y'all see? People getting him tatted and putting wings on him and all that. You know what I'm saying? Got a tattoo of Nipsey, Pac, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You even got a tattoo of your grandfather. Your dad didn't die, but you got Nipsey on your arm. You know what I'm saying? They extolled him to the clouds. This is a great and wise man because he has a corner store. God damn, how far we fallen. You know what I'm saying? A nigga built a corner store in the hood. They likened him to Jesus. Y'all think I'm playing? I could pull up a picture of Nipsey like white Jesus right now. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. All right, go ahead. I digress. Salakia.
Come. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah, that's what they tell us at camp all the time. Y'all niggas need to get a job. Why don't y'all have a job? I don't know what they think we do. I don't know what they think we're doing. You know what I mean? How we maybe we just like completely on Section 8. Everybody, no one works. I don't know how they think we survive or buy camp equipment or nothing. We clearly couldn't be doing nothing illegal because the government would have been shut us down. So I don't know what they think, but in their mind, a nigga speaking against white people just cannot have a job. You know what I'm saying? He has to be uneducated. He has to be, not working. You know what I mean? And it's really not in the spirit. It's not about, I don't even believe the oppressors believe we don't have a job. I think it's about them wanting other people to think that we don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? They want our people to think that we're just doing nothing with our lives. You know what I mean? To put us down more, right? So when the poor man speak it, no one listens. They really tell you to shut the hell up. If you have some money, we'll listen to you. But if you broke, you're not valid. Go ahead.
Come. And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him.
Damn, that's crazy. And if you're poor and you're struggling, they're going to even do more to push you down. But the rich man, he already has everything. They help him more and get built up more. All right. This ties into the YN thing once again, man. The brother that's struggling, that's poor, they want to push you down more. The ones that are gaining money and wealth by selling our people out, they push them up more. Those are the voices they want you to hear. You know what I mean? The 21 Savage is making millions of dollars promoting YN culture, and he gets magnified. We come out and say, that's not us. They want to push us down further. All right. Two more. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Let's run through it real quick. Whoever get it first, we'll just go like that. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Salavia. Young man, Dennis from South Carolina. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Shalom. I think I heard about you. Yeah, I think Cap been talking about this brother, man. I heard the name a few times.
So like you said, 1 Corinthians what?
2 Corinthians 5:17.
Come, this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature.
Right. This is the gloriousness about coming to the truth. You can become a new creature. You come into the truth, you get a new name, you get a new identity, you get a way of looking at yourself, a new self-identity. And now everyone in our group, like we said before, we view you as this, and you can rise to the occasion and become that. Keep going.
Come. All things are passed away.
All those things that you did in the world, that the world created and made, those things are gone. You don't have to worry about that. You've been forgiven. That is not your burden anymore. Keep going.
Come. Behold, all things are become new.
Right. And that's how we're able to move forward. That's what Christ literally came and died for us, to tell you whatever you've done, your debt is wiped clean. You just continue and become new and don't do the old things. All right. Push the work of the Lord. Drop that. Give me 1 Peter 2:9. The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
Come. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation,
Right.
a royal priesthood, and holy nation.
Right. These are how we should look at ourselves. This is what a young man needs to hear. You're not a YN, you a YM. You're not a young nigga, you a young man. You should come into the UPK, get in all black, become a trooper, become an officer, become a priest and prophet. You are a chosen generation. You understand? A royal priesthood and a holy nation. Keep reading.
Come on. A peculiar people.
Yeah, peculiar people. Y'all wearing that WWE, WWF clothes. Y'all looking like wrestlers. Y'all looking like Power Rangers. Y'all looking like, yeah, I like that. I like being peculiar. I like being different. I like being weird to you because you say we're crazy. We're out of our mind because the way we dress, but you live in America and believe all the foolishness of this place. Who is really weird? Who is really peculiar? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be normal in this world. I want to be different. You understand? Because this world is weird to us. You understand? If we are from the ancient days, can you imagine a nigga from the days of Jeremiah and then getting on a spaceship and then touching down in 2026 and see somebody walking down the street in high heels and a mustache? Dude, what the hell is that? He'd be talking in Lashawan Gadaz and stuff. He'd be, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. You go over here, some sister running down the street, just ass cheeks out. What the hell is going on? Where are we at? This is hell. Take me back. You know what I'm saying? Put me back on the spaceship, Lord. I don't want to be here anymore. You understand? He's seeing other people over there ODing on fentanyl. He would be like, this is hell on earth, man. And they would look at him like he's peculiar. Something's wrong with him because the way he's dressed in the ancient days. But there's really something wrong with the way the world is, and it's the white man's world. All right, keep going.
Come. And ye should shew forth the praises of him who had called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. That ye should show forth the praises of him, the Lord, who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. All right. Like that's the gift that was given to us, that gospel they're talking about, bringing the 12 tribes back together, gaining the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Get an opportunity to change from what the world created you to becoming a new man and a new woman. You understand? Getting a second shot. That they're not giving those out. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is never giving people a second opportunity. They want to continue to destroy you. That's why you get out of jail and they put you on parole and they take you off of that or put you on probation. They want to keep you in a cycle of doing the same thing and never changing. You're supposed to go to jail and get changed. You understand? And get reformed is what they call it. In Europe, in white countries, their jails are like nice apartments. You understand? They give them classes and opportunities like college. You know what I mean? If you wanted a free college, you might as well commit a little crime in the UK, go to jail, and then come out as an electrician damn near. You know what I mean? But over here, they want you to become educated on becoming a worse criminal. Do more drugs while you're in jail. Learn how to sell more drugs. All right. Drop that. 1 Timothy 4:12. That's why this UPK is so important. And y'all brothers and sisters are always doing an amazing work. I can't give y'all enough credit, man. The sacrifices that we go through to do these things it can change someone's life, man. You just never know what your effect is having. And this is something that, you know, we don't get paid to do these things. You understand? That has to be the Lord on you to do these amazing works. All right. Go ahead. No sweat. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. If you got it, whoever got it, go ahead and read it too. All right, you got it?
Chapter what?
4 and verse 12.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 4. For every creature of God is good.
4. I think. Let me see. Hold on real quick. I think it's 12, but that doesn't look like. No. Let me see. 10. Nope. We might not have it. My pen messed up, so I can't find it. We'll come back to. Let's go to the next one then. Romans 12:2. This will be the last one then. Might be able to find that. The phone died. Romans 12:2. Maybe it was 2 Timothy 4:12. Let me see something else. Nope. 2.
Come on, it's the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind,
Right.
that ye may prove that what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Right. You want to stop YN culture, and the majority of it is not even negative culture. You know what I'm saying? It's just young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with being a young nigga. The things that young niggas like is 9 times out of 10 is not even evil. You know what I mean? They like having jewelry. That's our culture. They like, you know what I'm saying, being around women and girls. There's nothing wrong with that. They like, what else they want to do? Hang out with their brothers and be ready to go to war for them. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand? The only thing is they're going to war against their own people. You know what I mean? You can come in here and read it again.
Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world.
Right. If we teach these cats not to be conformed to the world and do the things the world glorifies, keep going.
Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah, you change your mind, you look at yourself differently, you find more value in who you are and what your identity is, your self-concept is, then you can become something different. Keep going.
That ye may prove.
That may you do what?
That ye may prove what is that good.
Right, like you coming into the truth and then you doing these things, you prove that this is the home of the truth. You live into that standard. You're showing the world that you wasn't that who they said you were. You're showing the world who the Lord sees you are. And you are who the Lord sees you are, as you are. You understand? You are who the priests and prophets see you as you are. You're proving these things. Keep going.
An acceptable and perfect will of God.
Right. And acceptable and perfect. That's the will of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Christ said, be ye therefore perfect. So, yeah, that's what we're going to keep striving for. That's what we're going to keep continuing to do and create in here under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana, under all the generals, the captains, the officers, the brothers, the sisters. We're going to keep continuing doing these things. And it's an honor to be amongst y'all brothers and sisters. I wouldn't want to be around, and sometimes I feel bad because I damn near don't want to go around my family sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that demon off me, man. Go visit my folks because they just lost, you know what I'm saying? They still my people. I still love them, but I'm so used to being One West and around people that are like-minded, it just feels free, you know, even amongst this captivity and slavery. So, man, what are y'all again? You know what I mean? Appreciate your time. We're gonna go ahead, close out the class. Salak, I forgot one thing, man. I gotta give credit to this brother Matam Yah, man. I remember we was at camp, and the brother came up against the camp, man. This brother Matam Yah then yoked him up, put him in a figure 4, man. We had to tell him to calm down. He about to yank this cat, but I knew that brother's a soldier, man. He got our back, man. This brother's One West, you know what I'm saying? He a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? Real Cardinal, real, you know what I'm saying, brother? And he got our back, I got his back, you know what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna close out this class. Shalom Yabashim Shah Bagathum. Shalom Yahweh Shemar Tamashim Shah. All right.